Welcome to Histology. Sparta was famous for its strict discipline and a fearsome army that seemed unbeatable in the Greek world. But even the mightiest powers can fall, and Sparta faced a new challenge from Rome. How did Rome, a growing force, manage to defeat this ancient legend? This story dives into how Rome used its tactics and strength to end Spartan dominance and change Greece's future forever. To understand this, we need to go back in time. It was 371 BCE, and Sparta's decline didn't happen suddenly. For years, the Spartans ruled the battlefields. Few could imagine their power would weaken. Sparta's fall began after a major loss at the Battle of Leuctra in 371 BCE, marking its first significant defeat. On July 6, 371 BCE, the plains of Leuctra in Boeotia became the setting for a battle that changed Greek military history. In that battle, the Theban army, led by the clever Epaminondas, faced Sparta's forces, thought to be unstoppable. The Theban win not only dented Spartan pride, but also brought new tactics that would influence warfare for years. The Spartan army, led by King Cleombrotus I, had around 10,000 hoplites and 1,000 cavalry, totaling 11,000 to 12,000 fighters. The Thebans, under Epaminondas, had about 6,000 hoplites and 1,500 cavalry, roughly 7,500 to 8,500 soldiers. Though outnumbered, the Thebans showed that smart strategy could beat numbers. The battle started with a cavalry clash, where the Thebans won, pushing Spartan riders back into their infantry. Then, the Theban left wing charged fiercely, breaking Spartan lines and killing Cleombrotus I, the first Spartan king to die in battle in over a century. His death crushed Spartan spirit, causing their ranks to collapse and troops to flee. The Spartans lost between 1,000 and 4,000 men, while the Thebans lost only about 300. This victory didn't just challenge Sparta's dominance, it started Theban control over Greece, bringing new tactics and political changes. But this shift also sparked resistance from other Greek cities. As Sparta tried to recover from Leuctra, a new power was rising, ready to shake up the Greek world. By the 2nd century BCE, Rome was rapidly growing, changing the ancient world's power balance. After defeating Carthage in the Second Punic War, Rome secured its dominance in the Western Mediterranean. This victory gave Rome control over key lands and made it the region's top military and political power. But Rome's ambitions didn't stop there. Rome, with its disciplined legions and strong government, began looking east, where Greek city-states like Athens, Sparta, and Thebes were weakened by internal conflicts and the Macedonian Wars. Greece was unstable, with its cities rich in culture but divided. The Achaean League offered protection to keep Greece united and independent, yet it began to see Rome as a growing danger. Rome expanded into Greece, first with trade and diplomacy, but soon its goals became clearer. It offered military help and alliances with some Greek cities, but these deals often favored Rome, letting it influence their choices and take their wealth. Rome also gained control over Mediterranean trade routes and built ties with local leaders. Rome's military might meant it could crush any resistance quickly, and its diplomacy created a web of allies while scaring off those who stood against it. From the mid-2nd century BCE, Rome's hold on Greece grew stronger. It got involved in local fights and sought to rule over city-states that still had some independence. The Achaean League's efforts to unite Greece made it a target for Rome's growing might. By 146 BCE, Rome was no longer just a rising power, it was shaping the world. The Achaean League fought Rome's spreading influence with all its strength, but Rome wouldn't tolerate any challenge. The trouble began when the League attacked Sparta, a Roman ally, it as a barrier to Greek unity. Rome responded with its usual plan, sending an army to crush the rebellion and end Greek freedom. Tensions flared, and the Roman leader consul Lucius Mummius was sent to handle the problem. Mummius moved steadily and cities fell one after another. No Achaean League city could stop Rome's legions. It was only a matter of time before he reached Corinth, the center of resistance. The fall of Corinth was brutal. Rome destroyed everything, looting, burning, and leaving the city in ruins. Surviving men were killed or taken prisoner, and women and children were enslaved. Rome didn't just take Corinth. It erased one of Greece's greatest cultural cities, as if to wipe out its defiance. With this victory, the Achaean League was ended, and Greece became part of the Roman Republic. The once independent city-states, with their unique cultures, were now under Rome's rule. Greece was split into two areas, provinces, Achaea and Epirus, and Corinth, though later rebuilt, was now under Roman control. The Achaean War wasn't just a war, it was the end of Greece's hope for freedom. Rome now ruled the eastern Mediterranean. After Corinth's fall, the Sparta city, once a feared Greek power, faced a new reality under Roman rule. Greece changed under Rome's control, and Sparta couldn't fight back the pressure. After the Achaean War, Sparta was taken into Roman lands. Unlike other cities, it wasn't destroyed because it was Rome's ally. Rome valued its Sparta's legacy, allowing some independence, but its days of greatness were over. No more Spartan soldiers marched its streets, and its army was no longer a threat. Over time, Sparta's political and military power faded. The city became less important as Rome's empire expanded. Only Sparta's stories lived on, inspiring Roman culture, but its strength was never restored.